Okay, the evaluation essay. I wrote a sentence up here on the board. How many of you would agree that pizza is fast food? Got a couple of hands up. How many of you disagree pizza is not fast food? A couple more hands. Why or why not? Let's go with why, first of all. Why is pizza fast food?
Pizza goes in the whole category. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think because it's most of the ingredients are processed.
Processed ingredients.
A lot of them have, drive-throughs or places like Sparrow's where it's already made. You just go through a line or you just pull up. $5 hot and ready.
Drive-throughs. Some of them are pre-made. Other reasons why pizza is fast.
It's really quick.
What do you mean by quick?
Most places have pizza ready nowadays. I know Papa John's does and Caesar's, so it's
So
not
it's hot and ready, so if you pull up, it's
ready.
already, you just go through.
Right, just like McDonald's, when you drive through, burgers are ready, but if you go to a sit-down restaurant, you have to wait for your food.
So what about the places that don't have the hot and ready? I mean, Pizza Hut.
That's why I say come.
How quick is quick? How fast is fast?
When you look at a lot of places, they have like the Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and KFC all in one building, so it's classified with other fast food places,
Okay.
like a little store chain like that.
So it's a combination of fast food restaurants. There's some other qualities that make pizza fast food. And those of you who said it's not fast food, why is it not fast food?
Well, some of it's not really pre-made.
Some of it is you order it, they make it, right?
Doesn't even need a cold
Chicken.
So it's not fast food. Pizza that you make at home is not fast food.
So it takes a while and it's not cold. It's just a wholesome meal.
I guess I was saying the same thing she has to say. You start from like the cut, portions of the dough, and then you gotta, a lot of places they still gotta shape the dough, and then add all the ingredients, kind of like made to order. I mean, and most of the time it takes at least 15 minutes just to cook it. So 10 or 15 minutes to cook each pizza pies.
So it's made to order, so it's not quick.
Not if you work at a pizza restaurant.
So I guess still, how fast is fast food? I guess, basically.
I think like fast food is like not supposed to be messy either, and you shouldn't have to eat it with your hands on it.
Okay, so
It tastes like fishing or something, and you want fast food, like you can eat fries with kind of legendary, I guess you can just take them out and but it's different with pizza, you can't just, I don't know, that was a bad example.
no, that's a good example. When you think of fast food, what do you think of? Get in your car, something you can
Yeah.
eat while you're driving
On
down
the
the
go,
road, okay?
yeah.
You've got sandwich in your hand and you've got a hand on the wheel, okay?
Hey, I've eaten pizza driving before.
I was imagining myself eating a Big Mac throughout my hands.
Right, I mean, you're talking about some sloppy sandwiches too, so I think pizzas can be just as edible in the car.
Cassandra, did you have one too? Yeah,
Nah,
I thought you raised
it
your
was
hand.
the real quick part.
Yeah, so, you know, what's messy?
Oh, but you can't eat it with your hands. You can't eat it with-
What's messy, what's quick? What do we mean by quick?
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was National Geographic or History or one of those shows or channels, but it was on different fast food restaurants. And to like make a typical burger, to cook it, it's like less than a minute. You know, put all the toppings on. You have your burger in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, they got it down. To, you know, to the pizza doesn't have to be toasting longer, just to actually cook it.
Yeah, so just to physically cook the item. I made hamburgers tonight, and it took me 3.5 minutes to cook one patty. And then, of course, it took like another minute or so to put all the toppings on and the bread and everything. When I make homemade pizza, it takes a lot longer. You gotta let the dough rise, you gotta, even just cooking the pizza itself, once all the toppings and everything are on there, it takes at least 12 minutes, at least in my oven, versus 3:30. So we're talking a 30-minute process versus a 5-minute total process. But we're thinking burgers here. Fast food is that just burgers? Fries?
Well, you get
Chicken.
subs.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken? Subs?
Well, I mean, like you get subs, you order in subs.
Oh, like at a pizza, right, okay. Or you just get pizza bread too, that doesn't take as long either, or whatever it's called.
So eventually we will be pricey restaurants and people
So if I went to Olive Garden, so if I went to
Yes,
Olive Garden and I served, and I got a pizza, that's not fast food, right?
I've seen a show somewhere about pricey restaurants, and they have the pizza in the Lay's that costs $500 for individual size pizza. It's all this caviar and all kinds of weird ingredients that you wouldn't ever think of putting on a pizza, but it makes it cost $500.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's a good, okay, so what about, where does price figure in here? Is there a certain price range that you think of when you think of fast food?
Yeah, like the value meal, like one of them dollar menu items. Or something less than like around $5 or $6 for a meal. Or a complete meal.
Right, so if we put a price range on fast food, we could say it's anywhere, depending on how hungry we are and how many people we're feeding. Let's say we're just feeding one person, we're just feeding us.
$3 to $7.
Yeah.
$3 to $7, maybe. Pizza.
Yes.
First of all, keep in
$5.
No.
yeah, you can get.
That's only in
But
one
if you're
place.
getting a pizza for just one person,
Well, Domino's you can
Some
go
places-
during the day for like that.
Well, some places get like little individual
Yeah.
pizzas, like a lot of pizza restaurants, like sit, like.
I remember paying like $14 for a pizza at Papa John's.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And it's expensive.
yes, so some of this is contextual.
Now the going rate is $10 for pizza.
Yeah,
Any
that's the
toppings,
newest
any
fad
crust.
thing is $10.
Right.
So, let's go about this from a different way. First of all, let's define what is fast food. Let's just start there. Because we're kind of going back and forth here. It's a little, let's define what is fast food first. So, fast food is, yes.
I I remember when I used to work for a fast food restaurant, we had to get the orders out. They pushed us for like 3 minutes, just like, or even less, you know, whatever we could get, but the fastest, the better. So if we went over like 3 or 4 minutes, it was like, you know, the manager was down your throat, so. Very fast.
Let's just say it's fast equals 3, let's just say the top maximum of 5 minutes. Most people agree, if you wait more than 5 minutes, it's not really fast food.
Yeah.
So, we have an estimated time frame here, 3 to 5 minutes. What else makes fast food
Cheap.
cheap? Okay. And I think we kind of defined anywhere from like, $3 to $7-ish. Most of you agreeing with that price
Say
range?
also, like, pre-made food or food that's easy to put together. I mean, even with a pizza, I mean, you have everything separated, you have all your toppings, everything, you just throw it together, you cook it, kind of like your McDonald's, you get a hamburger, I mean, you still gotta cook it, you still gotta put all the dressing and stuff on it, it's almost the same as pizza, so, I mean, already prepared, pre-prepared food, for ingredients,
Pre-made,
pre ingredients.
pre-made, I want to say easily assembled, does that sound?
Yeah.
Supposing that it's processed because that would be maybe. It's processed.
It's fast food, we can, that would be a whole nother argument, yeah.
Would you say like, whether if it's compact, or when if you go into a drive-through, it'd be hard to get a bunch of, large pieces, and try to eat it while you drive, like you said, eat it like you drive, I don't know what to do this, but.
Maybe easily handled, maybe? That doesn't quite encompass it, but
There you
it's
go, I mean,
easily manipulated.
You can eat it on the go. You can't eat pizza on the go.
Okay,
Yeah, there
eat
you
it,
go.
okay, eat it on the
well,
go.
there's a lot of stuff that people serve at fast food restaurants that aren't easy to eat on the go. Like, you have like a big bag of cheese fries or something, that's no
Right.
different from a pizza. You gotta use a fork for it.
I worked at a place, we used to sell single pieces, slices to people going in and out, and they just pulled it up and
Yeah.
go.
It's always the
Yeah.
same.
I mean, what I'm thinking, what about like Wendy's chili?
It's a little more
Or a
difficult.
salad is just as bad as trying to eat it.
It's
right?
worse.
I mean, you could eat it, I mean, I would have it all up and down,
Yeah.
but that's just me. But some people could probably eat it better than I could. Yeah,
But
Casey.
those kind of things, people take home to. Like, some of the things you forget that, like, the fast food restaurant aren't always fast food stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, you're right, yeah. 'Cause
yeah,
they,
that's a
they're
good
trying
point.
to expand, like, fast food always trying to expand, like, to
Spaghetti.
put new stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like
Some stuff.
Fazoli's or
Yes,
something
all
like that.
of that.
Are you
You
gonna
have to
They're
sit
trying,
down.
have you been there lately? They're using, like, actual plates and not the disposable ones, and they have somebody bring the food to you. It's
Wow.
really weird.
Uh,
They're trying to be like a restaurant, and it's fast food.
So it's a fast
Fast food.
restaurant,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fast food
Okay.
restaurant.
It was really, they're trying, I guess, to be a little bit more fast.
So some of the food,
Well, I mean, if you think about, like, the chili example, it's already pre-made, waiting for somebody to ask for it.
right, so it's not something that has to be cooked, because it's already cooked.
Yeah, it's already
Just sitting there in the pot,
So
so.
our McDonald's
I've seen
burgers
where they
are
made
always
that chili.
cold when you
So,
get
yeah, I
them.
just, they take the old burgers and just cut them
No,
off.
I need to hear that. Yeah, Casey.
The hot and ready pizzas, they've been sitting there, just overheated.
That's why you call them in and they're still $5. I learned that the hard way.
Okay, so most of the food, we'll say, is easy to eat on the go, for the most part. easily handled or less messy, yes. That still kind of goes with.
Who is it, Marty's, that has like 10-pound burgers?
Yeah.
They're like
It's a
6 inches
$7
tall.
burger. something like that. Yeah, that's a pretty big burger.
So we also have to take into consideration, I mean, some people actually eat fast food at the place they buy it from, right?
Yeah.
Now, some people eat it as they're driving out the parking lot, you know, onto wherever they're going to. Some people will actually pull over and sit and eat in their car. Some people will take it home and eat it, or take it back to their office or whatever. So there's all kinds of different situations in which people are going to be consuming this type of food.
Might be kind of silly, but where you can go on a 30-minute lunch break versus an hour lunch break.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
that's a good point,
I
right?
ain't going to get no pizza.
So,
But then again, I remember when I worked construction, we had 30 minutes lunch break, and we had Donato's right there, and I could be in and out with an individual pizza in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess if it's accessible, there.
It's just so,
I worked at Hammer, like Raising Cane's, 25 minutes, all the restaurants. Even if it wasn't too busy, it'd still be like 30 minutes. From getting there.
for the whole process of getting there and getting your food, eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of this will be contextual. I mean, it'll depend upon what are your needs at the moment. What are you eating at that moment?
Yeah.
You know, if there's
Because
some
those
problem in the
things-
kitchen and you just have to wait for your food or.
Little Caesars always have like a pepperoni pizza already available. But if you want, even if you want a cheese pizza without any pepperoni, you're gonna be what, 15 minutes.
What about buffet? Is that considered fast food? Like a buffet?
no, because you have to go in to eat.
Well, I guess
But
it
it's
depends
fast,
on what
right?
you're
It's
at.
already
It is
made.
fast,
You just
right.
take your plate.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess some people look at fast food as quality, and other people look at fast food as how
Just
quick you can
fast.
get it. Me personally, I've always looked at it as quality, but the buffets usually, you know, fast food, quality stuff. When you go to Applebee's and you get that, you know, big actual real burger, you go to Burger King,
Yeah. So
2 minute.
So you're thinking low quality is fast food, and better quality is not fast food. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Cheap.
Okay, so it's not only does it cost less, but it's just less quality. So I'm just gonna say lower quality. Low quality. Okay.
So about the buffet, me and my boyfriend got the Chinese restaurant all the time. We got the dough box, and we go and eat it like as we go. So a lot of it is but it's like wines, chicken, and stuff too.
Not burgers, is it? So,
Stuff that takes a long time.
so we can really spend a lot of time
Days.
here on just figuring out what the heck is fast food. And for some of you, as you can tell, you know, the definitions are going to be more individualized too. Some of you think, you know, that buffet yes, buffet, others buffet no. You know, some of you, it depends upon the type of food. You know, when we think of fast food, usually we think of, you know, McDonald's or burgers and fries or something like that. But if we sit down and think about it for a while, there's a whole lot of, you know, nuances here that depends upon, you know, where are we and what are we doing and what's our situation and what's our own personal preferences. So it's not that easy to put, you know, a real hard and fast definition on fast food. But in order for us to decide whether pizza is or is not fast food, we have to know what fast food is. So in other words, this is the term that we're defining. We're actually defining fast food, and then once we have our definition, then we decide whether or not pizza fits within that definition. So if this were a definition here, can we get pizza fast? Well, sometimes, especially if you call ahead. You don't have to wait. Is it cheap? Well,
You have some
sometimes.
coupons?
Yeah, if you get coupons, if you go to a place where you can get the $5 hot and ready, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. Is Is it pre-made? Well, if you call ahead, it is, but if you, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Is it easily assembled? Probably not so much. Not like just throwing a burger on a bun, maybe. Is it processed? Depends. I think most pizza places now use.
I wouldn't say so.
They- they-
charge.
Yeah, most of them use real cheese, real meat in their pizzas. Can you eat it on the go? Some people can. Can you get it in a limited time? I guess that. Oh, if you get it when you have a limited time, like if you have a 30-minute lunch break, or if you've only got this amount of time, you gotta get in there. Does it include a buffet? We didn't really decide if that really is in our definition. And then we tend to think of lower quality food when we think of fast food. Pizza, it's not great for you. All that cheese and grease and stuff. It depends on how it's made. But as far as the quality, Big Mac, all the drippings. So, when we're looking at evaluation, when we're looking at definition, this is the term that we're actually going to be defining. And I'll give you an example here. I'm going to put this into a formula. I would say X belongs to general category class or category Y. Because X possesses certain criteria, A, B, C, make up Y. This is long and brought out at first, and then we condense it in a moment. So we have X belongs to the general category or class of Y. Because X possesses certain criteria, these criteria being A, B, C, D, E, F, that make up Y. So if we were using our pizza example, we would say pizza belongs to the general category of fast food because pizza possesses certain criteria. And we talked about price, time, ingredients, that make up the general category of fast food. Or if we condense it even further, pizza is fast food because, and then because it contains or has these criteria of A, B, and C, that makes up fast food. So, in this case, pizza is our X term, and fast food is our Y term. And this one, our Y term, is the one that we are actually defining. We're not defining pizza, we're actually defining fast food. And then this A, B, and C here are our criteria. That's the list we made here on the board. Those are the things that actually define Y. So is everybody everybody clear so far? What I wrote here is a little convoluted. So this is actually a contested category. That means this is the one that we were debating over, what this really means. So this is the one that we're defining, the Y term. And it also needs to be defined, one, using criteria that your audience will accept. So your audience has to be on board with what the criteria that you're using to define Y. So that's why we were kind of debating a little bit, because some of you had different views on what makes up Y, or the criteria that we're using. So think about using criteria for your definition that your audience can understand and that your audience will agree with or buy into. Also, you need to make sure that you're defining Y in a particular rhetorical context. For example, if we were defining pornography, it has a different context right now in our current culture in the United States than it did 50 years ago or 100 years ago. Different definitions. Also, these definitions can be cultural too, because what we may think of as pornography in America can be different in some other country and some other culture. So it's about context. Think about the context in which you are defining. And as we're doing our definitions, one of the things that you have to do, first of all, is kind of a two-parter, really. First, you have to set out what your criteria are. So that's the first thing. So you're defining Y using certain criteria. That's part one. Then you have to argue that X has all those criteria. Okay? So argue that what Y is based on the criteria, and then argue that X actually belongs to Y because it has those criteria. So it's a two-parter. Let's do another example.